Alex Car Doctor. Welcome back to my channel, good people. If you follow my YouTube channel, you know I like to do top 5 problems from a mechanic perspective. Now, as you know, I also do a lot of Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler products. And it had me thinking, I've never done one on the infamous 3.6 Pentastar. So guys, I'm going to be walking you through the process today. Now, I'm going to focus on the rear-wheel drive variants, which is the Dodge Durango, the Charger, the Jeep Wrangler, the 300. Did I say 300? No. Did I say Challenger?
Yes.
If I left out any, please drop down in the comments. The reason I'm focused on those because they're the most popular out the Fiat lineup. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Number 1, lifters and rockers. Now, this was a toss-up between number 2, but I chose this for number 1 because it's the most expensive. Now, these are 2 sets from 2 different jobs. This is for the Dodge Charger that we're currently working on, and this is for the Dodge Durango as seen over there. This problem is so bad, I have 2 of them in the shop at the same time. Honorable mention, got another Chrysler product. This is a Ram. I'm doing lifters on this too. But what goes on with these rockers, it's the rockers that fail. They have little needle bearings in here, and the needle bearings will wear out and fall out, and it's really just a bad design. As you can see, it don't supposed to have this play. Let me get a good one. It's supposed to look like that. Boom, nice and solid, no movement. These are the rockers for this particular vehicle, and got 2 examples for you guys today. I'm on it. And this is the rocker setup for the Durango, as you've seen before. This person, soon as they heard the noise, they stopped. This person, when they heard the noise, they thought it was a good idea to keep driving around. And as you can see, it's 2 bad ones over here. And when you keep driving around with these ticking and making noise, the lifters will start digging into the cam. Like, can you get that on camera? Like so. Let me get another profile peek. Yeah, profile view of it. Start digging into the cam, wearing the cam lobe smack out. See, it has 2 bad lobes. It's supposed to be nice and smooth like that, not chewed up. That is 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow. So that is pretty bad. Now, when I get a lot of people asking me this, why just not replace the rockers? I do the lifters too. The reason being, I don't want to go back in here. First off, you know, this is a big job, and I do a lot of research. I just love cars so much. I sit at home, get on my wife's nerves sometimes. I just be researching, watching videos, so I can feed it to y'all good people in a nice package. The reason I do the lifters, number 1, you heard that. Number 2, I seen where a lot of people just do the rockers and they end up having to go back in there because it'd be a collapsed lifter that they done miss. And plus, when these go out, it rides like this. When these go out, it puts a lot of banging pressure, stress on these lifters. And yes, these are lifters. That's what the part number says. Not part number, but the packaging, and that's what comes up in my system. So I'm gonna call them lifters. I'm pretty sure they call something else weird, but for my video's sake, we're gonna call them lifters. So those are my 2 reasons why I do the lifters when it comes to doing these jobs. I won't do it without doing everything, because customers, they'll say one thing, and when it don't work out in their favor, oh, it's World War III and some. Now, to try to prevent this from happening with these lifters and rocker, I've done a lot of research on this topic, and I come up with pretty much nothing. It's like death. Everybody dies. Sooner or later, these are gonna die. But I do have a theory, and here it is. Shorten your oil change intervals, even though my research say it don't have anything to do with oil. Shorten them to 3,000 miles. It's really hard to say. Guys, drop down in the comments. Let me know if you had any luck of preventing the deaf Hemi tick. Well, not Hemi tick, but Pentastar tick. I do so many Mopar vehicles, I get them mixed up sometimes. Number 2, good people, the infamous Pentastar oil cooler. As you can see, the plastic construction of this and where it sits, it's just not a good idea. It sits in the valley. The valley is because this engine is a V, and it sits down in there where all that heat at, in between the 2 heads. So over time, this stuff will get, it just won't hold up. I see them crack, leaking coolant, causing people to blow their head gaskets. I see them rupture, and where it just spews oil everywhere, causing people to lock up their motor. So guys, if you own a Dodge product, Chrysler product with 3.6 Pentastar, I highly advise you before it goes out to switch to the all aluminum construction. Holds up so much better. That's one of the best things you can do for your Pentastar engine. Number 3, annoying problem that these vehicles have. Motor mounts. I don't know if these motor mounts are made of Play-Doh or what's going on, but man, it's like anytime I see a Dodge vehicle product come in, rear wheel drive, I can already like, oh, need a motor mount. So this piece is located, it's 2 of them. It's 2 motor mounts. One sits over here and the other one sits over here at the bottom of the motor, of course. And when the motor mounts go out, I'm gonna give you an example on this car. What will happen is when you take off, you will probably feel, when you take off real hard, you will feel a thump, like I don't know, it's a weird feeling. Y'all see what I have to go through making these videos. I'm always being interrupted, getting pulled this direction. It's a never-ending story. So if these videos are helping you, and if you appreciate them, hit that like and subscribe button. And if you really like it, buy your favorite mechanic a bit and hit that super thanks button. All right, guys, back into it. Now, motor mounts. What's going on? The motor mount's job is to absorb vibration and keep the engine movement to a minimum. The engine should only move just a slight bit. As you can see, well, as you're about to see in this example, this engine is gonna lift up. And what that will do in the long run is put a lot of stress on your different hoses that is attached to the engine. It'll start wearing out your AC lines. It'll start putting strain on your wiring harness. As you can see, this wiring harness is stationary. This is attached to the engine. So just imagine all that excessive movement on that wiring harness. Eventually it's gonna start doing some damage. But let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. So pretty gnarly, right? It just boom, boom. And hey, I guarantee you, it's probably one of y'all out there riding around like this. Number 4, good people. Oh, I can't tell you how many times I've done this one particular repair. I've done it so many times, I actually done this blindfolded. It was a hoot. If you want to check that video out, my wife's gonna put a link in the description or wherever she puts stuff.
I'll put it on the screen too.
Okay, oh, that'll be great. Thank you, sweetie. That is this thermostat. Man, the thermostat housings, I suggest changing the whole thermostat housing because it's plastic. They do make inserts, but it's just best to do the whole thermostat housing together. What'll happen, they'll throw check engine light codes saying, I don't know the exact code. Somebody please drop down in the comment the exact thermostat below regulations or something, but that's the description. It's gonna be like thermostat below regulation, or I forget.
Is it threshold?
I don't know. No, that's catalytic converter below threshold.
Oh, I mean, I know a little piece of something.
So it's gonna say something thermostat. It's gonna say thermostat in the code description. But somebody is gonna be nice enough, right, guys? Nice enough to drop down the P0 whatever code in there. To prevent this, it's just one of those things, guys. Nothing that you can really do to prevent it. It's an easy repair. Like I said, I did it blind. And if I can do it blind, you guys can do it at home. So it's not gonna cost you much. And if you didn't notice, I was going from the expensive on down to the cheapest.
And there is a tutorial on the channel on how to do that too.
Oh yeah.
Put a link in the description.
Everything.
There's also a tutorial on how to do the lifters, guys. We just uploaded 4 parts on how to do that.
That's like a Titanic movie. Watching it twice. You know how long that could be. Number 5. And I kind of messed up there. The thermostat housing should have been the last one. But hey, it's okay. It's all fun, right? All right. Number 5 is the harmonic balancer. I see this all the time, and I want you guys to pay attention to your Pentastar engine as well. What happened is, this is a 2-piece design. It looks like a 1-piece, but it's not. You have an inner metal part, then you have a rubber ring. This is, let me see if I can find something to poke at it. This metal piece right here is actually, this is rubber. Right here in the middle. And then you have an outer ring, which is where the belt rides on. And what I see happen all the time, and I don't know if you're going to be able to pick this up on camera, but this is actually lopsided. I can probably point it. This is actually lopsided. This portion is, it's like a little lip. See how it's catching my screwdriver? Over here, it kind of glides over. So I don't know if you're going to be able to catch that, but it's catching on the metal portion right here. And this is recessed down. No, it's recessed up. So what that means on the vehicle, as the engine is running, you can literally sit there and watch it. It's wobbling back and forth, back and forth. And eventually, if you leave this unchecked, this outer ring will come off, causing your belt to derail. And it could also cause other damage too. I haven't seen the other damage. I only seen where it make the belt derail. But write down in the comments and let me know if any other damage have occurred from this metal outer ring coming off. And basically what happens, the glue, I guess the glue holding this stuff on, just get old and dry rotted and no longer can hold itself together. Guys, that concludes my top 5 problems with the 3.6 Pentastar that I see in my shop. Guys, I make these videos because if you're planning on buying one of these vehicles, you know what you're getting into, and if you already have one, you know what to expect. Did I say that right?
Yes, expect.
You know me, guys. I'm always messing up my words. I think I pretty much said it all. Anything that I'm missing, sweetie?
No, I mean, if you're gonna get one, you know what's up. If you got one, you know what's up. So.
And if you're thinking, oh, they're just crappy, and I'm gonna stay away from them, and they're really not that bad in my opinion. That's just my opinion. And these engines, they're so popular, you probably will find yourself in another one, not even knowing that you have one under the hood. These engines are very popular, good people. But that concludes this video. If you like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps out my channel. Alex the Car Doctor out. Love you. See you guys on the next one.